Hello, welcome to episode 236 of Learn, Do, Become Radio. I'm April Perry, and here at Learn, Do, Become, we help busy families to stop drowning in piles so they can do what matters most. And if you are feeling like, I need to stop drowning in piles, and I want to feel calm and organized every day and wake up excited and go to bed content, then you're in the right place. Not that life is, always smooth sailing, but generally we can create environments where we can handle the things that come to us and be able to have an organized system so our brains are calm and we're present and we feel gratitude for what we do have and we take steps to make changes that we want in our lives. So today I'm talking about 3 steps to clear space for your STEP Command Central. And if you're brand new, you might be thinking, wait, what are you talking about? What's a STEP Command Central? Who are you? What are you doing? I won't go into too much detail, but you can come to our show notes at learndobecome.com/episode 236. And we have links to awesome ways you can get started. But essentially, we have a program here called STEP. It's Steps to Everyday Productivity. I have been working on this since our fourth and final child was born. So back like 2007, 2008 is when I started with my first Command Central. And then I have spent over a decade now teaching people how to build their own. And just recently we did a whole revamp of the program, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. We have a Facebook group for our Step Mastery members, and every morning when I wake up or when I go into my social media and I look in the Step Mastery Facebook group and I'm just seeing, I just built my Command Central, I just got it set up, look what I'm doing. They're so excited. And I just feel so proud of each person who's coming and just making it happen. We also have lots of free resources here on the site. So if you aren't yet in a program or don't plan to be in a program or it doesn't work for you right now, please just come enjoy our podcast and YouTube channel. Make sure you're getting our weekly newsletter. So, okay, I will get going. But a couple of weeks ago, kind of to honor the revamp of our whole STEP program, we held a special event called Clear the Space Live, where hundreds of community members gathered together to create a foundation for their STEP Command Central. And so the promise we made was, hey, anybody can come. I think we had like almost 700 people live on Zoom. That was the biggest Zoom we've ever done. It was the best party. And everybody came together, and the promise was, hey, we're going to help you clear a space on a desk or an area in your home. It just needs to be a clear space. But there are some really common things that typically prevent people from clearing a space, so we just wanted to help them do that. And I'm going to go over those here with you today. And then we said, once you have your space clear, you're going to be ready to build your STEP Command Central. And whether that means you come into a program with us and get coaching and support from our STEP Mastery community, or you go through our free resources, we're even going to give you a printable or downloadable curated list of our free content that will walk you through how to build the Command Central. So you're going to be a winner no matter what. Come on in. And we now have the recording available. So come to our show notes page and you can sign up to get the Clear the Space Live recording and the curated list of free links to go through, plus like the transcript from the chat and all that. It's amazing. Okay, so given that, I just thought it would be fun on the podcast to do a quick review of what we covered and then share some of the amazing testimonials from our participants. Candace is one of our team members who's awesome. And I said, hey, Candace, can you kind of go through the Facebook groups, and when you see awesome, before and afters or really great testimonials, could you just ask permission to use them and then send me a copy? And then we organize them into a Airtable. We have this place we put them in the software. And so my email has just been filled from Candace, all these testimonials. So I think I have like 8 or 9 today I'm going to share just about the Clear the Space event, because people started doing it and taking pictures. It was so fun. And then, of course, you can sign up. And please, since we're audio here on the podcast, please come to the show notes page so you can see the pictures, because you got to see the pictures. It's like the best part. I'll try to describe them. Okay, so first I want to start with the slide that we used with all the instructions. In the class, we talked about more like this 3-part framework for getting out of overwhelm, the 4 levels of stuff that we explain, and the grocery analogy, which will make sense once you hear it. So those are all game changing. But right now, I just want to share the basic steps and the instructions that we shared for clearing the space. So it's 3 steps. They're pretty simple. Step one is you have to take a picture first and a deep breath. But you got to have a picture first because you need to be able to compare. And then that's also why it's so fun to see the after pictures that came in as well. Okay, so after you've taken the picture, step two is toss the trash. No need to dig deep because you're going to find more trash probably, but just start with the surface. Just pull anything out, trash, right? Okay. And number three, start sorting items into categories. So the first category is going to be anything urgent and or time sensitive, okay? And those are the things that you actually need to act on right away. Like, oh, I've got to pay this bill this week. I need to take care of, this phone call. I've got to put these things on my calendar. I got to return this thing at the store, whatever. You want to keep those separate so that you don't feel super stressed and overwhelmed. Next, it's things that will stay in this space. Now, that could include things like office supplies, sticky notes, pencils, stuff you're going to be putting back on your desk or in your Command Central area. It also is going to include this really big box you're going to have of the non-urgent, non-time sensitive items that you still need to sort through and organize, but they can kind of wait. Okay, so that can be in the things that will stay in the space category. Next category is items to donate. And then final category is items that belong in different rooms or areas of the house. We found that if you can kind of group all those items in one area and not go actually put them away, you won't get sidetracked. Because if you find, oh, I've got a bunch of dishes and water bottles, I should take these into the kitchen. Well, then you're going to go in the kitchen and you're going to see something else that needs to be done and you won't get back to your desk. So you're going to stay in one spot and just take the picture, toss the trash, and then sort into those categories. Now, we just did also make a little note putting all the, urgent time sensitive items into a small box or folder. We encouraged you to have at the beginning. This is like the whole clear the space, event. So I'm just giving you the highlights. But then, everything else in that larger box for future processing. So that's really just a high level overview. But if you can picture it, you then end up with a totally clear space and a small box of the most important things that need your attention, and that's essentially your inbox. Then you have a larger box off to the side of the items that do need your attention, but not now, and that's all the stuff that's going to stay in your space, but you don't need to do it right now. And then you may also have a bunch of things, that will go back like those sticky notes, pencils, chargers, etc. But then all the trash and recyclables are out. All the extra stuff that doesn't even belong in your office is out, to be put where it belongs or donated when you get the chance. And the feeling you get when your space is clear like this may be unsettling, especially when you consider those two boxes of things that need your attention. However, that's where the STEP Command Central comes in and shines. The reason we get overwhelmed in our offices is because everything in our piles means something to us. We can't throw them away or burn them or simply move them somewhere else because then there's no hope we'll ever get to them. But when we build the full system and then we process all of our papers and projects, lists, tasks, messages, etc. into that system, our brains don't have to keep a million plates spinning anymore. We can then work on a few things at a time, knowing everything else is safe and will come back to us at the appropriate time. That is how we get out of overwhelm for good. And I'm doing that right now. For example, I am sitting recording this podcast for you, and my mind is 100% present on what's happening right now. Now, are there other things I need to do today and want to do today? Yes, but they're on my list. I have a few things for my calendar today. I've got some routines in place. I have projects I'm working on. I've got a few things that are maybe flexible for the week that I might get done today. And everything is just safe in my Command Central. And so I don't feel overwhelmed. Like the overwhelm is gone, even though like we have this big neighborhood lunch here on Saturday and I've got a whole fridge full of stuff that a friend needs to pick up for a big event going on tomorrow night. And we got a birthday tomorrow for my son. And, we're redoing a bunch of stuff in our Arise membership. I think there's a lot going on around here, but my brain is fully calm and I'm able to spend time with God and spend time with my family and it works out great. And Eric just came in to say hi. I was recording a quick podcast for today. Eric didn't know I was recording. I'm in a room downstairs, and he wanted to know if I want to go on a bike ride. So cute. So I'm going to finish recording this, and we're going to go ride bikes. We've been having so much fun. Okay, I want to share now several fun before and after testimonials, and the photos will be on the show notes from fellow Learn to Becomers who participated in the event. I just hope you'll feel their excitement, and I hope you will feel motivated by what they're doing. So first is Sue. She said, "Watched Clear the Space Live event today. Here are my before and after photos of my desk at work. I finally have enough empty space to be able to think. Thank you, Learn to Become." And the first picture, it wasn't that bad. You could just see it's a very normal desk with, a computer and a monitor and a few piles. But then in her after photo, you just see clear space. You see how the piles are gone, and now you can actually just work at the desk and sit down and not feel overwhelmed. So I'm so excited for Sue. Next is Jennifer. "Thank you for the great live today. Here's my before and after of the 2 spaces I quickly cleared that had been building up for the last few months." Okay, now don't you love it that within just a few hours, I don't know how long it took her, probably less than an hour, she got 2 spaces cleared, and then she shows these just lovely spaces. She's got all these cute decorations on the walls, and you could just tell there was just a lot of stuff. Catalogs, file folders, programs, booklets, just things. And she had a desk and a dresser that she cleared, so you can come see that. It looks so good. All right, next is Cindy. She said, "A friend who attended the Clear Your Space Live event sent me a screenshot of how to clear physical clutter. Basically, it said to sort the items into these 4 categories," and she reviews what I just shared with you. Okay, I love that her friend is helping her. How fun is that? Then Cindy goes on and says, "Super helpful. I tried it, and decluttering went so much faster and easier than usual. I cleared the clutter in our kitchen, dining, living room area, which had been an eyesore for weeks, in a single day. I got 4 different boxes and labeled them with sticky notes, gathered all the items on all the flat surfaces in our common area, and sorted them into the boxes according to the 4 categories, and then finally processed each box one by one. Upon reflecting, I think it helped because the idea of chunking, splitting a task into smaller steps or parts so it's not as overwhelming, and also batching, taking care of one type or category of thing or task, like all the items that need to go in other spaces, at a time before moving on to the next, so my brain isn't constantly switching gears and getting distracted between dealing with different types of items like I would be if I were dealing with one individual item at a time without sorting first. Hope this helps someone. #StepWin. We do that often in our groups." And then she shows some photos. Like there's one that shows a couch, and behind the couch, there's a whole bunch of boxes, like the kind you'll get at Costco or something like that. Just, filled with kind of random items, which that's how my house was growing up. I just saw that photo and thought that was literally how I grew up all the time. And then she also shows a photo of her kitchen. There's just a counter that had a bunch of stuff and kind of some flat surfaces off on the side. And then she shows her afters where the counter is just clear, looking just open and inviting. So fun. This is just amazing. So it's really exciting to be able to see what's going on. Next is Jessica. She said, "The Clear the Space Live was fantastic. I surprised myself and actually cleared my space. I am giddy with excitement that I might actually set up my command center with you all on Thursday. Thursday we did an all-in-one STEP event. It's for our STEP Mastery members. We recorded it, and so it's there for all Mastery members, where we built the command central together, and that was amazing. So anyway, that's a little plug for that. And then Jessica said, "Thanks a million for the live today." And then she has her before and after, and you can just see the space on the left. It just is a very normal space, but just lots of maybe some clothes on the floor and just stuff on all the flat surfaces. And then on the right, it's just empty and clear and put away. Beautiful. So super exciting. Next is from Angela. She said, "Watch the Clear the Space Live event today. This group and program has been such a blessing. I really needed the event to help me get going on the progress with this program. I signed up years ago and implemented some parts, but looking forward to completing my command central and making it work for me. Looking forward to the Thursday class. Here are my before and after photos. My fur babies enjoyed the class too. So then she shows her before photo, which, actually, again, looked okay to me. But when you see the after, you can just tell now she's had time to sort, to clear. Her cubbies are all organized. You can just tell that her mind now is feeling so much better. This quick one from Susan made me laugh. It says, while cleaning my space in the live today, I found 3 gift cards with money still in them. And if you sign up for the Clear the Space live event, you're going to see in the chat, people are saying things like, I just found a check. I just found this. People are finding money like all over the place. So that was fun. Okay, next is Francine. She said, I just went through 1 hour of the Clear Space video from the other day. I vacuumed and washed my kitchen and dining room floors. Then I cleared this desk. And because I have some past experience with this program, I began making the command central. Still have to go through more papers that were removed, as well as other piles. Thank you for making the replay available. Since starting years ago, I'd made command centrals in an old office my husband mainly spends time in. And then I moved some of the files to our den desk with an inbox. And this area pictured here is my 3rd attempt and is my new office for the business I launched this year and other projects and businesses I have dabbled in. Grateful to be applying these principles to this area as well. Okay, and her before and after pictures, you just got to come see it, because the before, when you look at it, you just think like, yeah, it's overwhelming. You can't really tell what needs to be done. There's just, piles of things, but you don't know what's important and what's really, can wait. And then in the after, it's just this nice clear desk. She's got a little blue index card that's taped up on her cubbies. It says, learn, do, become. I love it. It's so great. And then the Jess just looks ready to work. And I'm so proud of her. She's got a new business going. I mean, this is exciting. All right, next is Elizabeth. She said, here are the before and after photos from today's live Clear the Space at my house. It may not look too impressive yet because the things I cleared still need to be distributed. However, if you knew how long everything had been stacked on top of this beautiful custom-made storage chest, which could house a command central, and how many years I have been too overwhelmed or ashamed or frustrated to wade into it, you would be suitably impressed by the power of today's Learn to Become Live. Thank you to all the people at Learn to Become and to everyone who attended and chatted and commented and lent their positive energy to this. There is strength keeping each other company for these difficult tasks. And then you can see her photo. She's got a before photo that just has, it's like these beautiful items, but they're all kind of gathered in boxes. And then she shows her chest that is cleared off and beautiful. And just as I was reading that, I was getting a little teary-eyed, because when she says, like, if you knew how many years I was overwhelmed or ashamed or frustrated, if you're in that spot right now where you're thinking, yeah, April, all these other people can get organized, but I have too much going on. I'm too stressed. I'm too overwhelmed. And maybe you don't want to say it, but maybe there is some shame there. I have definitely felt that before. I still feel it now sometimes. And so I just think when you can say, hey, let's just jump in. Let's go clear this space. It's not that hard. And let's get out of this overwhelm. I don't want to live in it anymore. And then now is Jolene. She says, I joined 3 years ago. I think she was posting our Step Mastery Facebook group. So she joined the program and she said, I went through most of the program and had a pretty good start and a setup, but I didn't keep up with it. The piles are back and it's overwhelming. I would rather help someone else out with their things than go through my own. Any of you like that? Okay, then she says, I joined the live call on Tuesday and started getting my command central cleaned off, and I've been working on it during the live call today. Thank you. Just hearing how to process and questions being talked through has been very helpful. Now to get back with routines and next actions and figure out what to do with the tubs of items I cleared off, and then move on to other places in the house. Remember, tackle a small area at a time. My basement is a mess, as I tried to tackle the storage room a few months ago. But here's my before and after for my command central. And then she shows the before where it's, it's kind of like she started setting it up, but it was just piles. And then I don't think there's really a chair there. It was just piles in front of it too, and boxes. And then she shows the after, which just makes you want to cry because it looks so good. And you can just see there's order, and there's clear space. And now she has a place to just sit down and work. And when you just think of what that does to your energy, to your focus, to your outlook, it's exciting. So for everyone listening, I encourage you, if you haven't yet signed up for the Clear the Space Live, please come. Please come. Go to learntoBecome.com/episode 2. Sorry, I'm scrolling back up to the top, see what number we were. What was it again? 236? Yes, okay. learntoBecome.com/episode 236. You can see the steps and you can see the pictures, and you can either just get started right from there. But really, if you just scroll down to the very bottom of the page, past all of those awesome photos, then you're going to see the link that says sign up here for free, Clear the Space event. And really, there's no reason not to do it. You just click, you sign up for free. Now, you can unsubscribe from Learn to Become if you ever don't like us, you don't want to get emails, no worries. And then you get the recording, and you get the chat, and you get the download. And I bet you can have your space cleared within an hour. Like, it doesn't take that long. And then if you are thinking, well, I want the whole Build the Command Central event too, all in one step, please join our Step Mastery program. We have a link to where you can learn more about that as well. And we'll show you how to build the whole thing. Our STEP program is so good. And I don't say that bragging. We have worked on it for years. I don't even know how many times I've revised it. I mean, so many. Probably 4 times in STEP, but I also taught a program prior to that I revised a few times as well. So I've been doing this for so long, and this one that we have is the best yet because it's so streamlined. We've had tens of thousands of people already go through it, and so we know where people kind of get stuck, and we fixed it. So anywhere people got stuck, we got that fixed. And so now people are just going through and building their Command Central so quickly. It's amazing. And then if you want to work live with me and Eric and Team Learn to Become, our Rise membership is just a really precious place where you can come with us. Once a month, we do a live call. We have recordings and a private podcast as well. Anyway, Rise is a party. So we're just grateful that you're here with us at Learn to Become. I'm going to go ride a bike with my husband, and all my tasks are still going to get done today. I can still have fun, and I can do my work, and I can get the rest I need. And I want you to have the same thing. There's no reason to feel overwhelmed every day when there are things you can do to move forward. All right, sending so much love to you and hope you have a great day. And we'll see you soon at learntobecome.com.